Get out of the gate here, Dan.
Yeah, and everybody's just gonna make sure everything's set as they're struggling to leave the base there a little bit. But Curse leading the charge is Quas on his patented Mundo top with heal barrier and Adorn's shield with potion. So if we're going the flash or ghost or any kind of mobility or roaming potential with that teleport, so just gonna be looking to stick in lane and not die at all.
Well, here's a very interesting acquisition that we didn't really see in Champion Select is Dr. Mundo Summoners. He's running Heal and Barrier. So we saw how tanky Quas got the last time he ran Mundo against Cognitive. This time around, he's really looking to be unkillable with those double defensive summoner pickups. He's going to be potentially thinking he's going into a 1v2 situation as well, as he does have the Dorian shield already. And with those double defensive summoners, he's going to be well protected no matter how much harassment Lucian can put down on.
Yeah, and we will see if he can sustain through the lane. Like, going up against Lissandra can poke you pretty hard. We'll see if it works out. But now, there are cleavers coming. There's a ward dropped, and the side of vVv have to back up there. Ardent Blaze connects. There is a reveal, but there's an axe hitting. They're going to look to collapse on this one. Bouncing Bomb. Going to connect. Tails is going to be forced to go back. He's going to be forced to flash. A stun coming in as well as a rocket jump, and Tails goes down for first blood to dominate, and that is going to be a very scary dragon.
The slow but painful level 1 CC chain coming out from Curse Gaming. They catch on the tails. He doesn't want to try to burn the flash to the last second, and then a flash stun from Zekent coming in from the backline secures the kill right there. Curse Gaming, it's a kill that they didn't expect to get at that point, but they were prepared for. And that just shows that anything can happen at level 1 in these engagements. And already, it's first one that goes over to the Dragon. Dominate is starting off already with Madrid's Razors in the jungle. He's going to tear through that, and it's going to be annoying as hell heck for PorpoisePops, because all that vision that Curse Gaming got in the jungle is potential counter jungle now for Dominate.
Yeah, and if Dominate wants to go to that blue side, he's going to use Smite on red here. PorpoisePops is going to save his Smite, so he'll have a little bit of a safer blue chance. But still, Dominate could look to be an aggressive invade, but it looks like no, he's going to rotate towards his blue. Voyboy just going to apply the harass out using that infused passive from Ziggs and applying the auto attacks and bouncing bombs, just harassing out CheesedBeluga's Kha'Zix there. Zekent has a stun ready. Cop has assist gold. He's got the extra health potion, as well as some extra wards coming in from Zekent there. You see him applying auto attacks and helping Cop CS as well as possible. But it's just a really good start overall for Curse right now.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, an assist went down for everybody in that fight because the way the CC chain goes. Quas hits early level 2, as you see right there, forces the flash out of Get Snuggled already, so Mundo being a bully in top lane.
Wow. So, no flash Mundo, no kill potential with the Ignite, just forced the flash out of Get Snuggled, who got cleavered once and was like, well, I gotta get out of here. And now we're seeing the harass in mid lane. CheesedBeluga below half, about half, forced to use the Crystallian Flask. Tails is eating quite a bit of harass here. Zekent could look for a stun, does choose to go into Godshu, throw in the Fireball, and eating a Incinerate to the face is Godshu. The auto attack's being applied, applying a lot of pressure, and now Zekent just gonna charge up another stun and let Cop happily free farm.
Well, this is a side effect of having a Tristana. She does have a very powerful level 2 or 3 all-in herself, so Tails is playing a little bit defensive just in case there's the potential of an anti-stun and then a Tristana just to jump on his head and pretty much stomp him out like a Goomba or something, but Tristana passively pushes the lane with Explosive Shot. So Cop knows that he's going to be able to get these last hits and shove the wave into Lucian's face anyway, and he's already abusing this by taking pot shots at Lucian while Lucian is trying to CS and push the wave back a little bit. Tristana's just taking shots at the enemy AD carry.
Yeah, and she's using her range still. She's getting it slowly up there. She's, looks like maxing Explosive Shot second. She didn't even take a level into Rapid Fire just yet. So going to be looking for a lot of pushing and a lot of attempted denial of CS away from Tails. But in the mid lane right now, Flag and Drag comes in. He's going to use the satchel to bounce away. He might be forced to flash here. The spike did connect from CheesedBeluga. Throws a bouncing bomb. Dominate's coming in for the burnout. And the auto attack pressure going to be dropping in the red buff, slowing out PorpoisePops. He flags and drags away. And everybody holding on to summoners.
You know, there's a lot of damage coming out from Kha'Zix and Jarvan right there, but Voyboy is able to get himself out of there despite being very low on the monopool side of things. And of course, Shyvana being right place, right time, being the speedy jungler that she is, able to go back, picks up boots in addition to that. So burnout plus boots means that Dominate's able to move around this map at, well, mock speeds compared to what PorpoisePops is able to do. Even though he has the flag and drive to get over walls, he might not have the same kind of positioning, and that's what we saw Nintendo using Shyvana jungle advantageously against NID earlier today.
CheesedBeluga actually gonna get dove here. Double flashes comes out. Shyvana falls. Now it's gonna be PorpoisePops getting ignited. The flash from Voyboy was used earlier, so he is gonna drop the ignite. Is PorpoisePops gonna fall? It looks like no. Lives to the last, taking about 5 HP, and that's gonna be a 1-for-1 trading jungler for mid with the mid picking up a kill from the side of Curse, but Quas up top now has the burning going, hit it with the cleaver, just backs up, and will go back to sustaining back off of cleavers and the passive regen that Mundo has. Gonna be a cleaver that connects as well, trying to strafe it, pops the glacial path and gets out of there. Quas with amazing lane control.
That was a little bit of a greedy dive by Curse. They didn't have to go in to choose Beluga there, but he got so low and the red buff was applied. Dominate just got stars in his eyes in that one, and even though he winds up getting a kill there in the mid lane and gives it over to Voyboy, he dies, and with it go the double buffs. Now, CheesedBeluga died in that one as well, so he doesn't have the double buffs to pressure Ziggs in lane, but they could have just bullied Kha'Zix out of lane at that point and just given Voyboy a huge CS advantage. Instead, CheesedBeluga actually picks up a kill for himself, and it works, winds up being a decent trade for vVv in the mid lane.
Yeah, and up top still we have a big CS lead. Those cleavers are chunking. He's maxing them already, doing a ton of damage. I don't know if he runs Spell Pen in his page. Actually, I'm going to check real quick, just in case.
Yeah,
but actually down
bot.
bot. Yeah, down bot we have an initiation in from the Jarvan. No Lancer to drag him, and CheesedBeluga's down there as well. 4-man group, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to that little girl. And actually they do. They leap on top of it, but nothing else comes out. Descendants connects. Everybody else backed out, so no follow-up for that Descendants, unfortunately. And vVv, with that roam, not going to get much out of it, but Voyboy gets a free lane and an 11 CS advantage, as well as a lot of turret damage, especially with Dominate coming around the back and doing the counter jungling of Raves away from PorpoisePops. Yeah,
and while everybody on the side of vVv is rotating towards that bottom, that lets Shyvana go in there and capitalize on that counter jungling. It lets Voyboy just pressure down this tower, and CheesedBeluga got an advantage by getting a kill in lane, and it kind of evened things up between him and Voyboy, but with the CS differential and the fact that he went back and only picked up a pickaxe, he didn't necessarily... He has a lot of damage, but he doesn't have the spell kit right now. He doesn't have enlarged claws. He doesn't even have a jump reset or anything, or even the ultimate to move stealthily through there. So Curse kind of saw it coming the whole way, and all it really winds up yielding for vVv is a huge farm advantage now for Voyboy.
Yeah, and also some counter jungle advantage here from Domin, who's level 6, gonna try to pressure out PorpoisePops from his own jungle. We see Quas popping the ultimate, healing up a ton, gonna just be able to sustain in lane for days. Get Snugglez, gonna go back to base, pick up some items, and teleport back to lane. It looks like while the red buff is being counter jungled already, Dominate gonna try to force a smite war here, and it looks like he will win it, as PorpoisePops not even attempting to smite there without the vision. He flag and drags in, but Dominate gets out of there. He has the dragon form, and looks like CheesedBeluga was trying to respond, but just Dominate walks out of there cleanly.
Yeah, and that's the power of Shyvana, especially with that first blood and the itemization over PorpoisePops right now. Able to run in there with a Dorian's Blade on top of the early Modred's Razor she picked up in the level 1 from that first blood. She's able to just go in there, not only just bully Jarvan around, but steal away prime buffs. So now she has the red buff from their side. They spot with a ward in the river. PorpoisePops going to do the same. And with the dual lane having recall from Curse, they're going to collapse on him right there. PorpoisePops needs to run.
Yeah, he needs to run right now, as they will chase onto this one. This is going to be a free red buff over to unless there's a response here. He flags, and he doesn't smite, as it will be Dominate picking it up. He's going to get slowed out here. Dragon form comes in. Is he going to be able to get out? The flag isn't there just yet. Flash stun coming in from Zekent. Bouncing bomb from Voyboy, as it will pick up the kill, and it looks like Jarvan wasn't invited to the pool party.
No, Jarvan was not. His invitation was declined right there. His presence was not felt necessary, and that red buff goes back to Dominate. And like I said, PorpoisePops, he went for a risky play because Dominate stole his red buff, and they basically thought it out a step ahead. So they end up countering him out very effectively. They caught him in his own jungle. They pick up a kill on top of securing their own buff.
Speaking of getting caught on their own jungle, looks like CheesedBeluga getting forced away. The Lantern is there. The blue buff is being started out by Godshu. I think that might have been a little bit of a misclick there with the auto attack, but either way, they're going to get the blue buff over to CheesedBeluga, excuse me. But up top, gets Snugglez, was forced to use the ultimate to disengage away from Quas. But now the first turn of the game is going to go over to Curse, as a nice two-man push from Dominate, and Voyboy comes out.
Yeah, so first tower of the game goes to Curse because Kha'Zix roamed early on, and ooh,
Tibbers comes in. Tails is going to try to get out of there. He clicks the Lantern, and with those bodies on top of it, that's actually really nice click then from him to get out of there.
Yeah, Tails with a very nice click right there. I guess we had PorpoisePops not being invited to the pool party, and I guess Tails wasn't invited to Tibbers' tea party for that one. So gets himself the Thresh Express out of there straight away before well, I can't even make a joke with that one because I'm just losing it at this point. But it was a really good play by Tails because he clicked the lantern and got the heck out of there before they killed him, period.
Tea parties, pool parties, what's next?
It's a pity party because I'm done with these funds right now.
But it's the 100% wife steal lane in the bot lane.
100% wife steal. Well, maybe Annie's a little upset about that because she doesn't have her parents now, Dan. How about that one?
Well, you know, maybe the souls are in the lantern of Thresh right now, but there's a gank coming in as Voyboy will flash away. He had the satchel, he used it early, he can't get out of there. CheesedBeluga flashes, but cannot make it into the Cataclysm. Ignite gets dropped, auto attack gonna come out, CheesedBeluga picks it up. Does he get the reset on the jump, though? I don't know if he evolved it, actually. He might have leveled Claws. Actually, no, he's gonna take a turret shot and die, and Voyboy picks it up instead of Dominate, as he gets a little too close to the turret.
Oh man, well, the blue buff doesn't go back to Dominate in that circumstance, it just kind of dissipates there, but an awkward dive by vVv. First it was Curse with an awkward dive in the early stages of the mid lane kind of game, and now it's vVv doing an awkward dive where they're trying to make a play happen because they know that they're on the back foot, but they forced it a little bit too hard under tower there. Like you said, Kha'Zix wasn't really able to get into the Cataclysm, had to use his summoners to pick up the kill on Voyboy, and that had no escape because he was stuck between a rock and a hard place right there with Dominate.
Very, very hard place, and he just died anyway. Voyboy picks up 2 kills actually out of that, and has the Fiendish Codex now building towards the Fiends. We are going to see how it evolves, while it looks like CheesedBeluga going for a Maulbat Mortis first with the Hex Drinker and the Pickaxe. Could be a Last Whisper still, don't know. We'll find out as it evolves into the build. I keep saying that for some reason, it's just the Kha'Zix. I love watching him evolve.
I mean, well, right now, what does he have? The enlarged claws currently, so he's got that one for his. Oh, actually, he evolved the wings, so he has the reset early on. So interesting that he didn't wind up using that to get out of that situation a little bit earlier. But he has the jump reset, which means that he's not going to be able to apply as much damage pressure on Voyboy as you would think with the enlarged claws and the isolation damage. So he is going to potentially be going in for these dives between him and his jungler PorpoisePops. With the amount of pressure that Dominate has extended on Jarvan, though, Jarvan's so far behind in farm and has no kills for himself that if Dominate shows up to this lane, it's going to happen again where they trade 2 for 1 in favor of Curse.
Yeah, and up top still, Quas is having a field day. 33 CS up top over his opponent and gets snuggled. Those cleavers are doing a ton of damage to get snuggled. He is forced to leave the lane once again, teleport out for a couple seconds. We do see a dragon being initiated here by the side of Curse, but the Timbers comes out, a stun lands, PorpoisePops goes in, Descendant sticks on a dragon, he's going to go in on top of that one. There's the Mega Death Bomb, but it's going to be actually PorpoisePops getting the dragon with the Smite Seal. Godshu going to get chased out here by the Dragon's Descent. He does not have Flash, he just used it. He is going to most likely fall. There's the Breath, and it's going to be a slow actually applied from the spikes with a Bouncing Bomb from the pool party. Ziggs picking up the kill, the boy still got it.
The boy picks up a kill for himself, but a Dragon Seal from vVv gives them a little bit of global gold, which definitely Lissandra and, of course, Lucian are going to like having on their side. Only problem is they give up 2 kills for it, so it's not the most worth in the world. It's still, if you want to talk about just total gold, worth it for vVv, and from being in a behind situation, it winds up working out for them. But what they do with that gold, because right now Tails is dealing Cop, but Tails hasn't spent that gold yet, whereas Cop has gone back and finished his static shift.
And the static shift rush is so good with the explosive shot. We actually see Cop right now. Is he gonna do it? Question remains. It looks like no, he's gonna just keep using that shift to passively push the lane with the explosive shot. And with that item, he's able to farm up tremendously and stop pushes just flat up. Quas now doing a lot of damage to this turret. We see get snuggled get in, but he cannot respond as Quas is almost 2 levels ahead of him, nailing him in the face with those cleavers and just having a field day up here.
You gotta remember, those cleavers are dealing a minimum of 280 damage before any magic resistance or anything is factored in. So Lissandra's just getting chunked right now. She only has, what, 1.4k HP? 1.3k HP. So if you wind up just landing 6 cleavers and an auto attack from Mundo, that's a dead Lissandra right there. So you have to be extremely, extremely careful. If Mundo gets 1 on you, that's a chain of them. And even though he has Flash and he has the Claw of Doom to get away, it's gonna be a very bad situation if you blow those cooldowns to escape Mundo and he just chases after you with his ultimate.
Yeah, and the claw right there used to avoid the axe. Get snuggled, still in a very dangerous spot. We do have Jarvan getting pinged out, roaming around. He's going towards his blue buff, so maybe an attempted steal coming in from Curse or not. But Tails very low on mana, very low on health. Will just be sitting back. CheesedBeluga looking to pick up this blue buff right here. There's the ultimate from Voyboy. Oh, it's not fast enough, and it will be CheesedBeluga getting that blue buff, but Dominate looking to get snuggled up top. As Quas may look to take this one out. Dominate gonna apply the slow. Going with the auto attack's gonna follow that one down with the Dragons instead. Oh, actually that was really well played, but he will not be able to escape. The red buff gonna slow him. Oh, he's got a flash. The jukes are there, and that is a well played. The breath comes out. Can Quas dive this? It looks like no, and that was one hell of a Lissandra play.
Yeah, Snuggle, like we said, he doesn't die a lot, he doesn't get that many kills, and he helps out the team when they get a chance to group up on that Lissandra, but oh, Zekent again!
Oh, Flash Timbers comes in, Ignite is down, the bouncing bomb is not going to connect, he might actually be able to get out of this one, stealthing away, we have PorpoisePops being in the front line, absorbing a bit of that damage, and this tier 2 turret, though, is going to get pressured.
vVv right now, they're doing a really good job of surviving and holding on, but they're losing outer towers. They're losing inner towers here in this mid lane. 2 of them are down, soon to be a 3rd right now. Curse Gaming are just moving around the map, and it's up to vVv to stop themselves from hemorrhaging all these objectives, lest they wind up falling further and further behind in this game.
Yep, and now we see the turret going down in the top lane as Quas is proxying the wave up there. The minion's just beating into that one, so he will go back. How much money does he have, actually? As we take a look, he's got 1,500, so could build towards a Randuin's, could just pick up more health with the Giant's Belt, or just go for some MR in the Spirit Visage. We will see. Finishes off his Tabby, and it goes for the Kindle Gem, so looking to go for the route of a Spirit Visage.
Alright, so now we have Mundo. He has some fire kit, like you said, building up towards the Spirit Visage. It's going to wind up working out against that Lissandra, but he's itemized for the rest of the team first, and, well, just to be a split-pushing menace as well. He knows that Lissandra has a weaker laning phase, which is, well, pretty much what we got to see right there. He's going to just absolutely abuse her through the early levels and continue to apply that pressure and have a level advantage over her right now. So he itemizes for the rest of the team, because if he wants to group up and if he wants to be tanky, he's going to have to deal with a lot of auto-attack harassment coming out from Kha'Zix, coming out from Lucian, and even Jarvan he's catching on to now.
Yeah, those cleavers coming out, still connecting through the wall there. Ward gets dropped out. Zekent's going to clear that one instantaneously as the Oracle's helping with that. Godshu going to drop a pink ward, going to clear out some vision from Quas. May attempt a 3v1 here, but gets Snuggle leading the charge. The shard comes out. He's going to apply a little bit of harass. He's going to ult through that one. Ignite comes out. Quas is going to dive through this one, and he's stunning through the wall there. There's the death bomb coming in from Ziggs, but CheesedBeluga is here now. Barrier's forced out. He still has the heal available to himself, maybe waiting for the Ignite to fade, but Dominate is coming in. There's the culling, doing literally no damage to Dominate, taking through it. Flag and Drag comes in, double knockup. Can they chase anything else down? Dominate's gonna run away in the Dragon form. Voyboy is forced to flash over the wall. There are the mines to zone away just a little bit. CheesedBeluga on the side, low health on everybody from the side of vVv. The bouncing bomb connects on a Godshu. Everybody from vVv very low, forced to go back, and Baron is completely clear. Zekent has the oracles. He is controlling the red side beautifully, while the side of vVv still have to deal with the bot push coming in from Cop, who's been left alone for a little while now.
And no one from vVv in that fight died. So even though it was a 5v4 in favor of vVv, they were able to survive that fight, and they were able to, well, at least engage Curse in that kind of situation. Yes, they didn't have their AD carry, but Cop hasn't really been a part of a lot of these fights as of yet anyway. It's really been Voyboy, really been Zekent, and Dominate making these initiations happen. The Vision War, of course, we see here being a big factor, and that's at vVv, like I said before. They don't want to lose out on that one. Big problem is Godshu can't afford an Oracle's Elixir, whereas Zekent has been running around with one for a couple of minutes right now, so the vision is really in the favor of the side of Curse Gaming, and the fact of the matter is, Pink Wards versus an Oracle's Elixir, Pink Wards can be cleared out after you clear. There's going to be a lot more gold going to the support side from Curse Gaming.
Yep, red buff does get secured by PorpoisePops, so no steal coming out from that. Zekent still gets to clear out a Pink Ward. Morella Namicon now picked up for Lissandra as a direct counter to Quas, but it won't matter if he has the Baron buff, as they are trying to 3-man this one right now. Zekent clearing out wards. Quas has heal. He had the ultimate taken away. He has actually the ultimate available to himself, so he can heal up a little bit more. And this is going to be the 2-man Baron out of a Shyvana and a Mundo at 18.5 minutes.
Well, just look at that. The Baron's just getting shredded by those cleavers. The damage coming out from Shyvana as well, and Dominate's gonna have the smite to seal the deal, and when you have this much forward map pressure and you have all that vision, you're able to do things like this.
The cleaver lands and he just instantaneously goes over the wall with the Dragon's Descent. We're gonna see a flash force out of PorpoisePops. They're chasing this one down. The culling comes out for a little bit of zone damage, but hits a mine, gets slowed, and are they gonna keep this push up top? The bouncing bomb connects. Cleaver's not going to land. Godshu is going to be able to walk out of there. But now, the push from Curse is going to begin as Get Snuggled has teleport and is going to be content with split pushing this bot lane, trying to get a tier 1 for his team, trying to get the first turn of the game for vVv.
Yeah, Cop was pinging on the tower saying, I'm getting this one, you guys keep them busy and don't let them come to me. So Curse Gaming just gave chase right there, and at any point in time when that tower went down, Cop could have just jumped on over that wall and really wreaked havoc on them. Like you said, Get Snuggle is in the bottom lane, he has teleport available, but vVv barely made it out alive in a 4v5 situation, let it be alone a 4v4 or 5v4 against them. So they're really going to have to be on their toes as Curse is in their base.
Yeah, Zekent's gonna get jumped on though. The Cataclysm as well as the box to pick up the kill for Godshu. That's one person down with Baron, and the side of Curse get a little scared after that and are gonna be forced to back off unless they want to just keep on pushing this wave and pressuring their Baron advantage while Dominate goes to solo a dragon and gets Snuggle, does spot him out. So we will see if a fight just ends up happening down here. He's gonna just look to give it up as Cop shows himself. Smite comes out, it does take it. Cop now gonna get initiated on here. There's the Entomb, as now a root as well. Flag Drake landing on the 2. CheesedBeluga comes in. Voyboy picks up 1 with the ultimate bomb. As now CheesedBeluga's trying to run away. The culling coming in as well from Tails, doing quite a bit of damage rightly on to Dominate. Ardent Blaze picks up 1. Voyboy's gonna look to clean this one up though. Quas is there, helps keep a boy alive. And now that is going to end up being a 3 for 2, as well as a dragon in favor of Curse.
Well, even though Curse...
Snuggle's still here.
Snuggle wants to get this kill on Voyboy. He's got a Baron buffer jetting him up. Can he win this duel? No.
Alright, Satchel's away.
Well, Curse Gaming, they come out ahead in that fight, but I gotta give props to Snuggle because his Lissandra mechanics were really good in that fight. Not only did he go back in with the Claw of Doom and land the W for his team to come in and get any kills, period, he immediately flashes out and stays alive despite initiating that fight, getting caught, getting out, reinitiating, and still living. If the rest of his team wound up getting away from that one, that would have been a huge win for vVv, but they lose the objective, and they lose the fight in disadvantageous 2 for 3, like you said, Dan, in Curse's favor.
Yeah, and now they have to work pretty hard to come back into this one. They're down about 8,000 gold. Zekent still has plenty of oracles. He's controlling the map as much as possible. We see Tails down bot right now. Zekent's going to spot him out, maybe ask for someone to come down to fight. Dominate's going to keep on snagging up these red buffs. Tristana almost has her Infinity's Edge with that static shift, so the crit damage coming in is going to be huge. Then we can see the Last Whisper and have the Holy Trinity. While the Trinity Force and then Last Whisper for Tails is almost done, so he'll be doing a little bit more damage with the culling, and having that armor pen against a Shyvana Mundo is very strong.
Mundo is definitely a beast at this point, and like we said in Champions, like last time we wound up having Mundo and Summoner's Rift in the top lane from Quas. He was 5-0-3, made a huge impact in team fights, and just let the top laner have the worst day ever. iDream's having none of Quas in that game. And as you can see here, get Snuggled. Well, he's literally been split pushing and moving around the map to try to avoid him. This tower might go down, but Lissandra's coming in from behind.
Oh, Quas is gonna get stuck in the box and the Cataclysm. This Mundo goes where he pleases, not caring at all, walking right on back out, tanking the turret as well. CheesedBeluga gonna get taken out by Cop, as now it looks like Dr. Snuggle gets taken out by Dominate. In the fact that's gonna be an inhibitor going down. Voyboy gonna be able to zone out, and Godshu barely getting away with his light bouncing bomb connects. Not enough to kill. The bomb from the ultimate from Voyboy, sniping out PorpoisePops, as now they rotate towards bot lane? Or are they going to look to keep on pressuring the Nexus turrets, as Quas can tank these up. He's very tanky. That Spear Visage, the Sunfire Cape, all of the armor, and the turret goes down. Can they actually end this game at 22 minutes?
Hey, remember when Quas tanked that tower the entire fight and got to about a quarter of HP and then ran back to the Nexus towers at 3/4 HP to tank it up and win Curse the game? Yeah, I remember that too, Dan. Curse just shred through vVv, giving no heed for their enemy champions, let alone their towers. And in, like you said, a 23-minute game, Curse Gaming show why they are an LCS-bound team with a very impressive game from everybody on their side.
That was... It's always a treat to watch something fun and unconventional in the top lane, like seeing Kha'Zix or Lissandra. All that stuff is great, but then seeing a Mundo just do that, it's something to behold. It's something to treasure and cherish forever. I'm going to tell my kids about this story. But either way, GG's to both teams. They played pretty well, but obviously the winner was Curse, and vVv going to get a little loss in the NACL, unfortunately. But either way, that's it for tonight.
Yeah, vVv, they're not going to be happy about that loss. Curse Gaming